Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I have been live streaming, so I haven't been making videos, and I guess today I'll be showcasing the Ravana with the Atomizer. And the weapon it's a new weapon, and of course most new weapons tend to perform very well and tend to change meta here, and it really goes along well with the Shredder, and I'm using it on the Ares as well. I saw this Hades, so I'm trying to hide under this player's shield. So I'm trading off shield. This guy's getting attacked. I'm using my shield. This Phantom is super tanky. And the mechanics of this weapon kind of works like the Shredder as well. It has quick unload time, and it has quick recharge time. In this case, it's not really a recharge. It overheats, and you won't be hitting anything when it's fully overheated. Unless you're right up to enemy's face, then you'll do damage, but other than that it just goes everywhere and you won't be hitting anything. So I always thought this weapon and this Atomizer and the Cryo actually works really well with the Ravana. Of course, these two are two new bots, and usually new items tend to go very well together. During combat, when you're in Ravana, it really this weapon really works well because Ravana, it's like it needs to unload weapons really quick and go right into that phase shift mode. That's its strength, and this I saw this out June, so good thing I had my quantum radar. This guy's using phase shift during his ability. I guess this attack is pretty successful because no one was hurt during this guy's ability, and wrong landing, and I think the Shredder is doing most of the damage because my Atomizers are overheated, and now I really need to cool down these weapons, and it takes a little bit of time to get used to. But if you're using Ravana and if you're using its ability, it cools down during its ability anyways, so that really goes well. Inquisitor just jumped up, kind of thinking that I didn't have quantum radar. I had quantum radar, so that was pretty easy kill. So I'm kind of looking where I should be going, but this position is pretty good because I'm able to hit guys in the center and defend both beacons to my side. There aren't that much cover, but I was kind of relying on my teammates because I had another teammate that was in Pantheon bot Hades, so I was able to trade off shield, so I was able to stay in that area. I'm going for the center beacon at this moment. I kind of hoping that my teammates will take care of that guy behind me, but I kind of rolled the dice and went for the center beacon anyways. So I had to rely on my last stand because my ability was still in cooldown. So luckily I got the center. So the plan here for me is really to protect this beacon with Ravana. So I'm kind of being reckless. Probably use my ability once more and then just get out of this spot. It's been 3 minutes and almost 30 seconds. It felt like it was a good time to use the Ravana to defend the center beacon. So I'll probably spawn at the center beacon. Hopefully I can kill this guy. I'll probably die right afterwards. Probably get attacked by something. And yeah, and I will engage onto this Falcon. Hopefully this Falcon kills me and I do enough damage anyways. So I go down here on my Ares, and I'll bring out the Ravana to defend this beacon. Now theoretically this is the ultimate beacon defender. Now in between the ability I'll be able to unload my Atomizer, and I have two ability that's phase shift like, and I have equipped phase shift with Foolhardy Quartermaster, which you can use phase shift again at 50% health. And if you notice the health on this thing, it's so tanky. I have two heavy armor modules on here, so which made it 414k health points, and on top of that I have pilot skill, which is called Clever Survivor, and having that at 50% health, when I'm down to 50% health points, I'm able to use another ability right away. So basically, if everyone, let's say everyone on the red team was attacking me, first I would use the ability, second I will use the ability again, and after that I will use my phase shift and once phase shift is done, I will attack whoever enemy is contesting for that certain beacon. While doing that, one of my ability skill cooldown will be back. I'm able to use that again. And don't forget about Foolhardy, Quartermaster, and Clever Survivor. And having two of those pilot skills, I'm able to use another skill and then another phase shift. So it's, yeah, that's why I'm calling this like the ultimate beacon defender. And on top of that, don't forget about the last stand. It's insane. I don't know if this much of phase shift is necessary though. Like I know this will be the meta between top level clans, but I mean it's, I don't know if it can kind of be boring. I don't know. The fun is subjective, so I'll leave that up to you guys, but to me it kind of is. But if you think about what's out there, it's also kind of needed, because the Titans kind of bypass damage resistance, and there aren't many beacon defenders, so in that sense this will kind of perform very well. And I know that enemies were meching out, but I was in center for like 3 minutes with this one bot, and I still have my last team. This bot is also great one-on-one robot, because basically the nature of Ravana's skill make your robot waste special ability. So now I haven't played free-for-all with this setup, but I would assume this will perform superb in that game mode as well. I think it's more for beacon rush though, because holding on to a beacon is very important in that game mode. Now at the moment you can only get this from the event chest, so on my own account I don't have it. I have components for it, but I don't have the full bot. I have the Nightingale, so I'm kind of upgrading that. But yeah, this I think is the next meta after the Leech. It's not as super damage dealer like the Leech or the Aljun, but I think I see this bot as like a game winner. When I was facing this bot, it was pretty tough as well. Also the stealth bots, having Yang Li pilot out there, stealth bots can be dealt with during stealth, but when Ravana is in its ability, you can't deal with the Ravana. You really have to step off that beacon if Ravana is also contesting for that beacon or defending that beacon, or however whatever it's doing with the beacon. So I'm starting off in this match with my Spectre Cryo. Hopefully I can give that 20% extra damage to whoever's coming up the ramp. I'm kind of hoping that's not Loki, but it is Loki, and luckily this guy is coming towards me, so I'm able to I'm wasting a lot of rockets, but I'd rather do that than lose a beacon. So I can't really support the center beacon, and the Loki is giving me some trouble, and no one is back there as well, so I'm using my jump. This guy is not in stealth, so I'm able to target this guy. Goes back in stealth, trying to get this guy with splash now. Hopefully I'm wasting a lot of rockets, but you kind of have to do this. A lot of phantoms came. Since two guys are over here, it just means that we are getting outnumbered somewhere, and it's obviously the center, because in this map everything is really concentrated towards the center beacon, because yeah, everything else is just really far away. Although we killed the Loki and I'm concentrating on the center beacon, keep an eye on that left phantom. That phantom ended up taking our left beacon. Everything is far away, but you know, phantoms are pretty fast and no one was there, so my team was basically in trouble, and it doesn't look promising that we're getting the center beacon as well. And I'm definitely curious how top clan battles are gonna turn out with the Ravana, because I have been watching since the merge and it just seems like not many clans are running a heavy amount of Ravana. And of course, the reason for that is it's truly difficult to get the Ravana at this point, because it's all by luck. You have to spin the event chest, so it's pretty difficult to get for everyone. So if I'm preparing for like a meta hanger, I would just have one Yang Li, and then if you have more than one Yang Li, I wouldn't really upgrade it, because I rather spend that resource on the Ravana. It's like the bot that can only move around freely with having Titans out there, and also, as I said before, it's like the ultimate beacon defender. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of top clans are putting eye on that bot because of its potential. A lot of people might not like it because it's not like a insane damage dealer, but I think damage dealing position is all on the Ao Ming, I think. So I mean, that's how I see it. A lot of people may dislike it, but that's how I see it. And of course, the reason why I'm in the Aries is because I wish I had Igniter right now, but I don't. I'm just basically trying to kill as many Ao Juns and other robots possible before I can contest for this beacon. And it's pretty difficult because now that they have Arthur and Ao Ming out there, another kid is defending the center. So 3 Titans defending the center. It's gonna be pretty difficult. I also wish that I had a Loki that I would kind of troll them with and take their far right beacon. That would have been a great strategy, but I don't have the Loki with me. Now, time for the Ravana with the Atomizer. It doesn't look that promising because there aren't many of my teammates going towards center, and this guy used his ability off the start, so I don't know what that guy's thinking. I don't know if that guy had any plans, but it looks like this guy used up his ability and walking up the ramp during this robot's cooldown. So I don't know if that's promising, and it doesn't have last stand. Went down pretty fast. I don't know what I'm doing here, so it doesn't look pretty promising to me either, so I would kind of have to retreat. Looks like a Titan and 2 robots are here that has quite a bit of HP, but luckily using the phase shift and 2 of Ravana's ability, I'm able to retreat towards this cover. But at this moment we need beacon pretty bad, but I'm kind of accepting the fact that we won't be able to win this game. But I didn't have that much time to record games, so I am kind of using this game so focus more on the Ravana versus, I guess, with this weapon, and kind of going up against certain Titans. And I am cooling down these weapons. Luckily, some guy was helping me out, and looks like Loki again, and that's pretty hopeless at this point because that guy's going for all the beacons on my side. But the problem is we're the one that kind of needs the Loki. So in the center, luckily I got the center beacon, and as you guys can see, I'm going up against Leech. During my ability, this guy is not able to engage towards me, so it's better for that Leech to spend its time attacking or firing its weapon at some other robots. And while that Leech was doing that, I'm able to kind of move around and go behind that robot. So 2 Fenriers came up the ramp, and combination of phase shift and this ability is pretty insane. It survives at the most dangerous places, so that's its strength. And the firepower isn't that bad either. It's 3 mediums. It's just like there's 1 medium less, but the survival rate is extremely high, and we got the center beacon, and also defended it, but still they have 3 beacons on us, and I guess that's how good Loki is at the moment. Basically, I'm just going for the damage at the end, but that Ravana was able to survive the leech, and I just kind of wanted to show that in this match. It's a loss, but I guess, I mean, you can't always show like the best games. Yeah, that was it, and damage 2.2 million. And thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys on the next video, or maybe next live stream, whichever it is. See you guys.